Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of Chairheads, Trains and Things, and working on the in-scale layout. And I've kind of started working on the yard, so we're going to update it. First thing is I have put in the stopper, at least 10 of them. Back here, I still need to get a few more boxes by the time it's said and done. Them are the 10 I have. And yes, all the track is cut different lengths. If you look, none of them are exactly the same. I did that on purpose. I think it looks cooler than having everything exactly the same length. I actually went through and had them the same length and went and cut them and changed it up because I didn't like it. But that little bit is done. Right now, I've started soldering in some feeder wires. And no, I am by far not a good solderer. I won't lie. So it is what it is. But normally by the time I ballast and weather the track and rails, you can't tell. And as long as trains go by and it works, I'm happy. And after I do each solder, I clean the rails, make sure, and I test and make sure everything's running through it smooth. And I will mess with it until cars do run through smooth. As you can see, it's not even like a bump in it. So I do that on every track after I get done working with it. It's pretty fun. Hits that, then it hits the plastic rail joiners and the switch. And yes, every all my yard has plastic rail joiners in it, like I probably mentioned before. So I'm gonna have switches so I can turn power on and off to each track individually. That way, if I have anything sitting on the tracks, I can shut them off and not have power run to it while the layout's running. But so far, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 done. 9 more to go. Then I gotta go ahead and get the Y actually all hooked up while I'm doing all this, so I can use the Y, get the auto reverse unit hooked up to it, and make my yard actually able to be used. I may not have the toggle switches, but I may just wire them all together and just twist them around and have power to the yard and just have to take engines off for now. But I'll be able to use it. I'm hoping also in this stretch to get all the throws attached, like here. Get all of them put on for now. So at least I can keep it. Anyways, it's a quick update. I'll check back in with you. Probably next check-in, I'll come in when all the feeders are done here and I'm getting ready to work on the Y or something. So I'll see you then. Real quick, I forgot to mention when I was talking about how I test to make sure everything's smooth the car. How I'm testing each of these tracks. I'm doing it each one after I solder a wire on. I let it cool off a little bit. I'm putting a sound engine on. And how I'm testing, since don't have the toggle, so the power ain't gonna be hooked up right now, is I'm coming down. I got a 9-volt battery. I'm grabbing the wires that I'm using. I'm gonna use these ones because they're longer. Set the battery down here. Trying to do this one-handed. So I'm hooked up to the battery, and you can hear the engine firing up. That tells me my solders are good. I got connection to the rails, and they're getting power. Which is cool. And I actually, I'll solder a couple on, and I go back and test, give the track plenty of time to cool off. I do that all the way across, so that's how I'm testing the tracks, make sure my solders are good and I got good connection. Okay, now next time I'll be back checking with y'all when I got the rest. And I haven't yet, but all the holes you see, I'll take a little piece of the pink foam and push it down in there to fill them in. And once it's ballasted, you never know them holes are there. So yeah, I got 8 of them left to go to have feeder ran to all my sidings and tracks in the yard. Anyways, I'll check back with you later. Okay, we're back with another update. It's kind of dark over here right now, but all the wires are soldered now. Like I said, I've told you earlier, I am not the best solderer in the world. I know that. I kind of went through a rust-colored paint pen and kind of rusted up a little bit to get rid of a little bit of the shine, just to see how it's going to work. I think once I actually do it all good, and ballast it all, I think it's going to look pretty good. I tested them all with the battery trick on the bottom, engine, lip, siren. I also, slow down here, so we're got the wire soldered on the Y. So now, I can, if I move too fast again, I can work on adding the reverse unit to it all. Let's see if I can actually get the Y to work right. I got the Digitrax reversing unit that I'm gonna solder in. I have to actually get out, look at it, see exactly how things need to be wired to make it all work. but we'll get it. Maybe a lot of trial and error till I get trains to actually run through it right, but that's part of the fun of it, isn't it? Anyways, I'll check back in with you in a little bit. Okay, we're back. I put in a few of the ground throws through here. That's basically all my easy ones are in. The rest of them I gotta drill the holes out in order to get the ground throws in. So I'll have to get the drills out to take care of that. As you can see, basically all the way through the Y and coming in, wet the ground throws in, glue down. They're also nailed down. So wait for them to dry, because it'll help test run too if I can hold them in place. I figured. I've also decided the smart thing to do is I need to get the ground throws in and ballast this all. Ballast everything through here, get it done before I put all the buildings in here in front, so I'm not reaching over everything all the time. So next thing, once I get the reversing unit put in, everything working like that, and I get all the ground throws put in through here, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna go ahead and ballast and weather everything through here, make it all look better, and that way I can get it all clean and I can run trains and park trains back on it even while I'm working on the buildings in this front area. But yeah, you can see I love these. A lot of people, they're kind of oversized for in scale, but I love them because it makes me manually have to throw switches, and I like that better over the electric throws. Some more old school. I was talking about the Digitrax auto reverser. This is it right here. Digitrax AR1, automatic reverse control, the reverse one, and this is all it is. And I'll put a couple screws in it to hold it up underneath the layout. As you can see, there's some screw holes, and it looks like it's gonna be pretty easy. Like track A, track B, out to reversing section. So I'll have to look into it, see exactly, make sure I hook it all up right for a Y. Make sure it's all good. But as I've always said before, I want to try to keep most of my videos under 10 minutes, because even you get the longer videos, I won't watch them all. I'm sorry. So long as it's something intriguing, I won't keep it in. Like maybe some of the parades and fireworks and stuff like that may go longer. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this week's episode off here with what you all see done. Wiring done, some throws in, all the track's been tested, train with lighting up on it. And next week's video is gonna start off with the AR1 being placed and testing trains through the Y to see if they're gonna work. Then going ahead with getting the rest of the throws put in and starting to ballast it all. And we'll go from there. As always, if you like this video, please like and subscribe. Hit that little bell button if you want to be notified anytime I go live. Comment below. Love hearing from you. I love responding to people too, and they have any ideas or anything like that. And as always, I really want to thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time when we tackle the AR1. See you for now.